understand about categories of exception. Okay, categories of exception. Exception objects. Okay, exception objects. Okay, so here there are two categories of exception. Okay, exceptions. One is called as predefined exception. Other one is what, user defined or programmer defining. Okay, predefined exception. Other one is what, programmer or user defined. Programmer are what? Predefined. Programmer exception or user defined. Other one is what? Predefined. This also can be called as what? Programmer. Programmer. Okay. Programmer. Okay now? Any doubt? No doubt. Now what is this predefined means? Exception object created by Java is called as predefined one. Understand? Exception object created by Java is called as what? Or exception created by Java by default, it is called as what? Predefined. Who will create this object? Java. Who will create this exceptions means Java. Who will create here means programmer or user will create. Okay? Now observe here. Now observe here. Categories of exceptions. Predefined exception, Java exception. Programmer are user defined one. Okay, user defined exception. User defined what? Exception. Okay, predefined means what? Java creating exception object is called as what? Predefined. Okay, now example: null pointer exception, arithmetic exception, class not found exception, class cast exception, exception in initializer error, no class def found error, null pointer exception. These exceptions are important for your certification. Some 7 to 8 were there. You leave that one. But understand the concept. Okay? Understand the concept enough. Okay? I mean, even for certification, this is enough. Which is important for certification. That's only I am giving, not giving some extra concept. Please make sure. Okay? Learn this thing. Okay? What is arithmetic exception? I hope no need to explain this one. Who creates this exception object? Who will do all of this process? Java. Yes or no? Are we creating any exception object like throw or key? If you use throw, then only you are creating exception object. Okay? Okay, observe here. Any explanation required for this one? And coming to null pointer, any explanation required for null pointer? We have understood, right? Yes or no? If we call member using a variable holding null, then it will give null pointer. Yes or no? Observe. Simple example, I explain to you. It will give what? Null pointer exception, right? Yes or no? Now coming to programmer exception. To demonstration you can understand. Observe this one. Now I want to create my own exception. How to create that one? Observe. How to create that one? Observe. Now I have one class called Anil. Okay. Now I want to make this class as what? Exception object. If you do observe here, if there is any exception, unsolvable trouble, okay, method creating exception object, method giving the JVM, that is Java. Java checks for try and catch, that is handling. Not available, go to default exception handler. That is what we discussed, right? Observe here. That is what we discussed here. Yes or no? Observe here. Main method creates. Yes or no? Now main method should not create. Number one point. Main method should not create. We should create. And this exception is there, right? Here it is arithmetic. Predefined object, right? Yes or no? First point is what? One method is creating object. Yes or no? I should not allow that method to create object. Number one. Number two. That exception should not be predefined one. My class should be exception class now. That is what? Programmer exception or user defined exception. Okay. To get such type of abilities, right? To make our class as exception class, what you have to do means you have to get the properties. Exception class is special class, right, with some extra behaviors. Observe here, we discussed about it, right? Exception class is what? A normal predefined class with special properties. So I want some properties from exception class. Okay, or from child classes. Now for exception we are having what? Runtime class as what? Child class? Yes or no? So let me take that particular class as parent to my class. Okay? Runtime exception. What is that one? Runtime exception. Now let me take one constructor. Whenever you create an object, constructor will be calling, right? By default, we have seen that as part of our syntax. Now let me use here one argument as what? String s. Okay, let me call. How to call parent class argument constructor? By using overloaded special functions. What are those? Special methods. Super. Yes or no? Let me pass this s variable here to call that parent constructor. Now observe here. Int I equals to 12. Oh, if I equals to 12 means don't withdraw money. If it is less than 6, then only withdraw money. Okay, observe here. If I is greater than 6, don't withdraw money. If it is less than 6 means what? Then only you have to withdraw money. Okay. Now exception, right? How to create exception? Two requirements. One is what? I want to create my own object. Other one is what? My class must be an exception class. Now let me create Anil. A equals to new Anil. Okay. Observe here. Don't withdraw. Don't withdraw money at improper time. Okay. Now observe here. Now observe here. This one is what? Now this one is what? System dot out dot println successful. Okay. Observe here. Now if it is so, I want to create my own object and I want to give to JVM. That is Java. Now put through it. Observe here. Now what happens? Observe here. Compiling. Executing. Oh, observe here. I pass IS for 12, which is greater than 12. My class is what? Exception class. And description. Message. What is that? Don't withdraw money at improper time. This is what? User defined exception. Otherwise, programmer exception. Yes or no? Okay, this is what? Same thing. With some other thing. With some other example. Okay? I hope you get this point. Okay?